we support what Lori and Jessica were mentioning. We're champions for general contractors. That's our bread and butter. We do have owners on our platform. So these are the Roars of the world, the Fisher Brothers of the world. And what we really just try to do is help you guys get organized by making this workflow of collecting these documents very simple. I think early on we saw a slide with one of our friends, Brandy. True story. When I started the company, this is how I learned what the actual process is. For some of you that are on here that already know me, I like to go and experience the pain with you. So Brandy showed me how she manages compliance. They do about $800 million per year in construction, and they were basically doing it in ring binders. They used Procore, and many of you might use systems like Autodesk or say, hey, I can enter this information into my system. It's just entering the COI stuff. Yes, you can track it, but what happens when you find out that there was no coverage? You didn't read the endorsements, you didn't track if the contract is signed, and on top of that, what if you have to do continued operations? So as a result, a lot of these back offices for contractors especially, they're very messy. They don't know who actually should come on site because insurance wasn't necessarily vetted. You might have a pre-qualification system, but it's not really connected to your risk management system. And maybe you don't even have access to that system as well. You might not know who should be paid because of this insurance requirement. So along the journey, we met people like David Rivera from Broadway Construction. He used to manage continued operations, and some brokers won't mail you or even email you your certificates of insurance or endorsements. They'll fax it. Do you know where the toner is for your fax machine? Probably not, right? So let's go into the next slide. So we're in the business of putting smiles on your face. We listen, we build. We have a great customer success team that onboards you really quick. And our platform is not just a certificate of insurance tracker that checks the boxes, right? Like, we review those endorsements for you. If you don't have the expertise, we have a team of people that are CRIS certified, right? So they've gone through the Construction Risk Institute to get certified as construction risk specialists, right? So all of them are certified. They're here in the US. You can pick up a phone and call them, and they're part of your extended team. We call those managed plans. If you have expertise on your team and want to work with your broker, we don't charge your broker to be part of Billy. Now you have a tool that you can actually work with them for that. In addition to that, there's a vendor pre-qualification portal. It is inexpensive. It's part of the software. All you have to do is just grab the embed code, put it on your website, and we replace those PDF application forms that you typically use to get people's applications, review your subcontractor insurance information, sign those MSA, get their business licenses, get their contractor license bond. You can now do it all in one place with Billy. Tax forms, and then when the project ends, you also need to collect those warranties, right? So we do all of that within Billy.
We also have a subcontractor pre-qual guide that's 27 pages long. If you guys want it, let me know in the chat and I'll email it to you.
We also partner with USI Insurance. So all customers of USI Insurance can get up to a 20% discount on their subscription of Billy. In addition to that, if you are placing risk or getting insurance from Travelers or Arch Insurance, but are not a member of USI, we do provide you a discount, which is very similar.
And by the way, there's carriers forcing compliance like this onto their programs, and they're much more expensive and they're not as user-friendly.
And there's lenders who are doing it as well. They're requiring, some type of compliance.
Yeah, exactly. So we make that whole process really easy for something that's mission critical to you. You sign contracts all the time. You are going to get audited at least twice a year. So why not have a tool that just streamlines and helps you scale and manage risk? You can see all your risk exposures in one place, digitize the whole process of even chasing down missing documents, those endorsements, and also communicating with vendors, brokers as well. It can all be done in one simple platform as well. We also understand that your source of truth for project management are systems like the Procores, the Autodesks of the world. So we integrate with those programmatically. So the integrations are deep enough that we know when you sign a contract, and we automate the process of reaching out to your subcontractors and their brokers. We also include the contract information, the requirements that Lori went over. So that way there is no friction in getting these documents. If the document doesn't arrive after 3 attempts, we have a way of notifying the end user that, hey, like there are people who didn't do their homework. Makes the process easy for you. Once you've reviewed all this information, it is pushed upstream to either Procore or Autodesk, depending on what system you're using. So for those of you that are running things like Procore Pay, you can safely release payment knowing that I've received my documents that I need. So you can have your lien waivers, you can have your certificates of insurance from Billy, your business licenses, certified payroll if you want to create that and manage it. It can all be done in one place. Come time of audit, it makes it really simple for you to extract the documents and the report that you need. So many people aren't able to respond to an insurance audit letter because they have no tooling to do something like this, or even during the time of a claim. You need something like this to say, here's the signed contract, here's the COI, and here are the endorsements that prove that I actually have coverage as well. This is just like an illustration inside of our directory. So you can see we actually help you sign things like your MSA. So do your whole pre-qual, collect their insurance that they have at the time of pre-qual and know who their broker is. That way, like you can vet them, can make them sign a master service agreement and issue them a purchase order. But at least now you know that they do have some form of coverage and you've collected their endorsement. You can create a project and then request project-specific insurance in Billy, and it integrates with your core systems, so Procore, Autodesk. For those of you that use systems like Viewpoint or Sage 300, we have an extensible API that your consultants can consume, and it integrates the two systems together. So really covers a bunch of departments, or accounting, finance, and those that are in risk. If you want to collect things like financial statements or safety agreements, you can also do it from our directory. So really, it's an all-in-one solution, that is built for construction. It's built for all sizes. Our prices scale by the number of vendor contracts that you sign. So if you're a subcontractor, you could use Billy because you sign less contracts with your subcontractors. If you're a GC, we scale to with the number of contracts that you sign. And if you're an owner, we also can do not only construction, but also your operations. So track your tenants, residential and commercial, and also the vendors that are coming to work and fix on your property as well. Examples of people we support and projects. We were selected to work on America's first high-speed rail project between Orlando and Miami with our friends from Wharton Smith. They've been with us since the very beginning, and this is what I mention when I say we listen and we build, because the only way this is possible is through partnerships with our customers. They open their doors, we learn the problems. We are skilled enough to go and build software that can be used on high-speed rail projects in conjunction with their brokers. We also help the payment workflow for all vendors that are at Wharton Smith to get paid. They will not get paid if Billy does not say you're compliant as well. So in addition to that, customers really love using Billy. That's the most important thing for us. So it's ease of use. You can even use this on a mobile device, as Brian is showing you. And also, like, we have badges on Capterra, GetApp, and Software Advice. Over 50 reviews, almost all of them are 5-star. And we're for all sizes of contractors. So small contractors, mid-sized contractors, very large contractors that are ENR 400s, and also property owners as well.